Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to show you how I get a smooth shave every time just by following these few tips. Stick around. The first thing that I do is I take a shower. I think that's important to soften up, the hair on your face. And so I take a shower. That's one. I have already mapped out my face. I know which way the hairs grow on my face. And for me, my hair from here grows down, and then my cheek line up top grows towards my chin, and then my chin line grows out towards my ears, okay? And then from here down, it grows up. And you can see what I'm talking about. Against the grain. So I think mapping out your face is huge. I didn't do that for, I want to say, probably about 2 months it took me to figure that out. So I think that's very important as well. So when you're shaving, you know not to go against the grain, at least on the first pass, and what's across the grain, which I think is very important. Okay, the next thing that I do is, obviously, I'm going to throw hot water on my face, even though I just got out of the shower. Okay, the next step I do, if I'm using any shaving cream or soap that's in a puck, I use the bloom water. So I pour water in there before I get into the shower, and I let it bloom. And then I apply that to my face quite liberally. And on a lot of my videos, I don't show this step. What I have found is the more I can hydrate my skin, the better shave I'm gonna get. So I'll rub this in. No matter if I do a face lather or not, I use a bowl, and I've got a synthetic brush, the Simpson T3. I still let it soak in hot water. So let me pour that out. And then I just squeeze the nut, and I go right into my puck to start loading it. Now, after doing this for, I don't know, as long as I've been doing it now, probably about 7-8 months, I don't have to, I'm actually getting a lot better at it. So that's pretty much loaded for me. It's not wet in here anymore. I'll turn that upside down on my towel to let that start drying out. That way, I pretty much do that with all the pucks that I use. I turn them upside down after I use them and let them dry out for like a day. Flip them back over, put the cap on, and put it away. All right, so I'm gonna go in and start face lathering. And what I've noticed is with sterling soaps, you have to add a lot of water to them to get them to pop, to get them to lather a ton. So I'm not going to show the whole face lather, but I'll do this for about 5 minutes, and I'll keep adding water to it periodically. Okay, at this point we probably all do pretty much the same thing. When I'm almost done lathering, like I'm at now, I grab my bowl and I start mixing it up in my bowl. I don't do it for long, maybe like, 30 seconds. If that. And why I do that is, after I've got it all worked into my face like so, I want to have some for my second pass and possibly a third, depending on which razor and blade I'm using that week. Alright, so, I'm starting to look like that, which is perfect for this setup. So now I'm just going to finish this off. Got a nice lather. Add a little bit of water. Yeah, and I'm just making sure it's worked into all that hair. And I'm going to start to paint my face. Now, when I lather, I'm spending more time on my neck than I am my face. And the reason being is My neck is way more sensitive than my cheeks. So I spend more time down there lathering than I do up top on my cheeks. And I'm sure you guys probably do too. So, how do you guys get a perfect shave every time? Okay, that's a good lather for me. So I'm gonna set that aside. Today I'm using the Rockwell 6C, one of my favorite razors, with a Wilkinson sword blade. This blade has one shave on it, so it's gonna be perfect. So I go down into my water, give it a rinse, and then now I'll go in for the first pass with the grain. So again, my hair grows down and it tilts forward from here. This is the direction my hair grows, and that's how I'm gonna shave it. But I'm just gonna pull it down the first time. So I find my spot, concentrate on that angle. Perfect pass. Flip the razor. Now the reason why I'm going down here is I've noticed that if I go with the grain on the first pass on my cheek, I don't get that much, and this is more efficient for me to shave quicker. And I'm sure you guys have, you know, little things you do on your face as well. Comment down below. All right, so continuing. Great pass, flip it. Top. One of my big tips around your nose is to rock the blade in. It'll make sure you don't cut yourself and you'll get all those hairs. After you do that, you can shave normal. My lower lip, I take half the razor blade and I go across it. Gets a good shave every time. All right, same thing over here. Barely holding that razor. Flip it. Wow, that blade feels really good. First time using it in this configuration or razor. Nice. Okay. Normally get some little hairs that grow up there. All right, so for the neck, now I've gone all the way down to where my hair starts growing up. So now I'm gonna go with the grain, but I'm gonna pull it from the bottom to the top. Flip it. Nice. Same thing on the other side. Flip it. Perfect. Okay, so I just repeated the same process over again, and I didn't lather for 5 minutes. Probably for about, I don't know, maybe a couple minutes. 2 tops. So I'm just painting it on my face again. And the most important thing I can stress here is I paid more attention to my neck because it's more sensitive than my cheeks. So let me set that down. And now, with this Rockwell 6C, it's adjustable. So I went down to a number 4 plate. Okay, still have the sword blade in it. And now I'm gonna go across the grain. Again, concentrating on that 30-degree angle, not using much pressure at all, letting the heavy weight of this razor do all the work, which this razor's 50 bucks on Amazon and on Geo Fat Boy's website, Nation Supply. It's $50 everywhere. Great setup for the money, and you get 3 plates. So I'm going to go to the second most aggressive plate and use the level 4. Okay. Notice how I'm not trying to put that whole safety razor on there. I'm just using half of the razor, okay? Very important. Across the grain. Flip the razor. Wow, that 4 plate on this with this Wilkinson sword, feels great. All right, so the last time I went across the grain this way, I'm gonna go across the grain the other way. Not really getting anything. Got a little bit on that side. Now below, cross the grain as well. But I'm gonna kind of work my way up to my chin. Look. I just repeated that same process all over again. If you notice, the shaving cream isn't as thick this time because it really doesn't have to. My face is well hydrated right now. So the greatest thing about this razor, like I said, it's adjustable. So now I'm gonna put in the R1 plate with the sword blade, and I'm gonna go against the grain with very little pressure. So to start it out, I'm gonna go over here against the grain. Not getting much. Okay. Against the grain cheek line. A little bit there. Against the grain neck. We got some. Repeating the same process on the other side. Not getting much over here either. Yeah. I'm not even going to worry about my lip and the lower part. It's good. So I'm going to go against the grain. Cheek line. Against the grain lower neck. Mm-hmm. And this is going to seal up all of my pores on my face. And I'm going to be able to tell where I got it a little too close. Feels good up top. Little stinging down here for me, but that's normal. Little down below. So I basically just keep rubbing it on my face till it doesn't sting anymore, which, you know, doesn't take that long. Just to seal everything up. And then what I do is I'll use an aftershave or a balm to, you know, help repair my face. All right, so going over that, great shave. BBS up top, BBS here. Just a lovely shave. That's how I get a perfect shave every time. And it's smooth. Takes a little bit of practice, you know, not to press too hard, but I gotta tell you, this Rockwell 6C, it's a winner. If you haven't tried this razor, you need to give it a shot. I can put any blade in this razor and just try different plates on it and I'll figure one out. I mean, look at that. Squeaky clean. All right, well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for the channel if you like the content I'm putting out, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.